Week 7 action plays out this weekend in high school football. Week 7 is often a pivotal week for many teams that are trying to get into the playoffs. Oregon and Stillman Valley are two teams that are trying to earn playoff spots. They'll meet Friday night in Stillman in our overtime game of the week. Oregon comes into this game with a record of 4-2. One more win and the Hawks will have that magical 5th win that will make them eligible for the playoffs. Stillman Valley is 3-3. The Cardinals need to win 2 of their remaining 3 games to become eligible. So how much playoff talk is going on this week with these teams? How much of a sense of urgency is there?
What you're seeing here is one, potential game to actually get qualified, which is a huge deal for any program, for both of our programs. And then two, that chance to maybe win more than 5, for example, for both of us. And that puts you in a totally different seeding situation. So yeah, there's a tremendous amount riding on this.
I think Stillman Valley is a storied program that's coached really, really well. They play a good brand of football, and that's where our attention is this week. If we do what we're supposed to and get our 5th one, then it's like, okay.
These two teams are also in that race to be the best of the rest in the Big Northern Conference behind Byron and Dixon. Both Stillman and Oregon took their lumps against those teams, but otherwise they've been solid. Oregon is coming off a big 45-13 win at North Boone last week. That might have been the Hawks' most complete performance this season, that despite missing some key players with injuries.
Kind of going in, we didn't really know what to expect just because of how the guys that we had out, but we had a lot of guys step up. Played really, really well on defense.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was a lot better than I expected. We had a lot of injuries, but everybody came in and filled their job well.
The Cardinals ran into a buzzsaw last week at Dixon.
We had a rough one last week with Dixon, so this week's a big bounce back week. We know we lost to a really good program and so on, but we've got to start doing some things better as well.
We played Byron, rough game there, but we bounced back, beat Rock Falls, so I think we can do the same thing against Oregon. We're really focused on winning this game right now, and we're coming hard. We got a great mentality coming into this game.
So what stands out about Oregon on video?
The one thing I think jumps out is that their line play is more physical, and then they've got some backs that can really run the ball. So when they get outside, if they break in the open, it's not just a first down; it's a touchdown type of situation.
What stands out about the Cardinals on video?
Fullback's a really good player for them, like they always are. They do a good job on defense of just kind of keeping everything contained so they don't give up a ton of big plays. And then offensively, it's just, they're okay with getting 3 yards every play, and that's hard to stop.
We're going to have highlights of that game and more Friday night on Overtime. That'll be on Fox 39 at 10:30 after the Mariners-Tigers playoff game, and then in a half-hour Fox 39 news.